In business statistics, we have seen standard deviation introduction, that is definition, meaning, merits and demerits of standard deviation, and calculation of standard deviation for individual series. In the last lesson and in this present lesson, we will be seeing about the other method, that is calculation of standard deviation for discrete series. Quickly going through the objectives of this lesson. A student will be able to understand the calculation of standard deviation for discrete series in three methods in discrete series, that is deviations taken from actual mean, deviations taken from assumed mean, and step deviation method. This is of course an extension of deviations from assumed mean, because we will take assumed mean and we will calculate the step deviation. Now we will see what are the things which we have seen in the last lesson. Standard deviation introduced by Professor Carl Pearson in 1923. And standard deviation means square root of the mean of the squared deviations. Deviations are squared and taken square root from the arithmetic mean. And standard deviation is denoted by a Greek letter called sigma. And among the measures of dispersion, this standard deviation is more reliable and best suited in many applications, because as far as range is concerned, in range we are taking only two values of the series, that is highest value and lowest value. That is the main drawback of the range. And whereas for mean deviation, we are ignoring the negative signs and positive signs. That is, everything is taken as positive and we are adding all the numbers, deviations. This is the main drawback of the mean deviation. And in quartile deviation, we are taking only half of the data, that is from Q1 to Q3, because we are calculating the quartile deviation, semi-interquartile deviation between Q3 and Q1 only. And coefficient of quartile deviation is also taken for Q3 and Q1 only. There we are ignoring the first 25% and last 25% of the data. That is, we are taking only 50% of the data. So that is the main drawback in quartile deviation. So all the three measures of dispersion which we have seen earlier are having drawbacks or demerits which will affect the performance of the or reliability of the measures. But the fourth method, that is standard deviation, calculation of standard deviation, measures of dispersion. This standard deviation is based on arithmetic mean. So we have seen that arithmetic mean is calculated taking all the values in the series. If you remember well, we have seen them in the measures of averages, measures of central tendency, the very first topic of averages. So if you remember the merits of arithmetic mean or arithmetic average, this is one of the main merit of arithmetic mean. That is taking all the values in the series for calculating the arithmetic mean. So because the standard deviation is based on arithmetic mean, naturally the standard deviation is also calculated basing on each and every value of the series given. Because here we have seen in individual observations that every value of x is taken and we are calculating the arithmetic mean, and then we are taking the deviations from the series, that is x minus x bar or x minus a, from every value of the series, and then we are taking the x square, and then we are adding all the deviations. So this is the main advantage of this standard deviation. So it is more reliable. And another advantage is the standard deviation is used in many of the statistical measures in applications. Next topic, we are going to deal with the correlation and regression. So these topics are also based on the standard deviation only. So standard deviation is used in calculating those things. Likewise, there are so many measures of considering or taking the standard deviation while calculating those measures. So it is the best method. It is the best measure of dispersion which we are seeing. So in the last lesson, as I said, we have seen about the calculation of individual series, calculation of standard deviation for individual series. In this lesson, we are going to look into the calculation of standard deviation for discrete series. For calculating the standard deviation in individual series, if the deviations are taken from actual mean, the formula is standard deviation is equal to sigma small x square by n, where small x is equal to x minus x bar. That is, we are taking in the second column, deviations. In the first column, we are taking the series and adding all the values of x, and then we are taking sigma x by n for calculating arithmetic mean. And then in the second column, this arithmetic mean is deducted from the x value to take deviations. And then that is called small x. That is small x is equal to x minus x bar. And in the third column, we have seen this x square. Second column is squared. And then the formula is used where formula is sigma is equal to sigma x small x square by n. If it is calculated by taking deviations from assumed mean, that is shortcut method, then the formula is root of sigma x square by n minus sigma x by n whole square. Everything is under root. Sigma x square by n minus sigma x by n whole square under root is the formula used for calculating standard deviation when the series is individual series and the deviations taken from assumed mean. Of course, here deviation is considered as d, so the formula is sigma d square by n minus sigma d by n whole square under root. So these are the things which we have learnt in the last lesson, and we will continue to see the calculation of standard deviation for discrete series. The formula for calculating actual mean and taking deviations from actual mean for calculation of standard deviation, this is also called direct method. The formula is sigma is equal to under root sigma fx square by n, where x is the series value of the series, values of the series, and f is the frequencies, and n is the total frequencies. So sigma fx square by n. This we will see in examples. The steps for calculating is, first of all, you calculate the mean, that is sigma fx by n. The formula for calculating mean for discrete series is sigma fx by n, where f is the total, where f is the frequency and x is the value of the series. We will take the product of fx and then we will add all the products of fx and we will get sigma fx. And n is the total frequencies, that is also called sigma f. And find out the deviations of the values. So in the third column, we will take sigma fx. No, deviations from mean. That is small x. Now small x is equal to x minus x bar, where x bar is the mean calculated, x is the values of discrete series. And in the next column, we will square all these things. That is fourth column. And then we will apply the formula. So here for calculating the arithmetic mean in direct method and calculation of standard deviation by taking the deviations from actual mean, the formula is sigma fx square by n under root. Now we will see the example. In a class of 80 students, first of all, we have to find out the arithmetic mean and standard deviation. That means we are taking the deviations from actual arithmetic mean. Marks are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. These are x. And frequency is given. When frequency is given, we have to take it as discrete series. And frequency is as follows: 5, 15, 25, 20, 10, 5. For this, cumulative frequency is not necessary, so we are not taking. Now in the third column, we will take fx. That is 5 into 10, 20 into 15, 30 into 25, 40 into 20, 50 into 10, 60 into 5. And in the fourth column, we will take deviations from actual mean. So the mean is calculated. Mean is 33.75. That is sigma fx by n. 2700 is the sigma fx, the total of this column, and 80 is the total of the frequencies. Then we are calculating the standard deviation by using the arithmetic mean by using the formula. So after getting 33.75 as arithmetic mean, we are calculating the standard deviation. Now we are taking deviations, that is small x is equal to x minus x bar. So the calculation is deviations are taken from actual mean. You observe these decimal points. So when you get the decimal points, it is somewhat difficult to calculate the further calculations, that is x square and fx square. So everything is coming in decimals. You please be careful while using your calculator, because decimal points will give you a lengthy procedure. That is, calculation will be more, but you use the calculator very carefully, because many students are in a hurry. They will forget the usage of decimal in calculator. Suddenly they will forget about the decimal point and they will go on. So the whole problem will go wrong. Now here we have taken deviations and we have taken square of the deviations, that is 23.75 into 23.75, 564.06, and so on. Next we will take fx square, f into x square. So we are taking the sum of the fx square, that is sigma fx square. Now we are calculating the standard deviation by using the formula under root sigma fx square by n. Finally, the standard deviation is 12.68. So this is the procedure for calculating standard deviation when actual mean is calculated and taking deviations from the series. So you please remember this table. 6 columns are required. That is x, f, fx, x, small x. This is big X and this is small x. You please remember this is small x. This is small x. This is small x. Right? And then we will see another example. In a survey of textile industry, following data was collected. Now calculate the variance and standard deviation. Variance we have seen in the last lesson only. The same formula is used. Only for calculating the standard deviation, we will follow the shortcut method and step deviation method and direct method. For calculating the variance, we will not take anything. We will straight away calculate the variance after getting the standard deviation. So the problem is X series and F frequency values, whereas X is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the number of companies, that is F, are 15, 10, 15, 6, 4. So now we will take the table. In the table, in the first column, we are taking X values, and in the second column, we are taking frequency, and in the third column, we are taking fx. Sorry, the D is there, but it is fx. Fx. It is capital X series, that is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 X series. So we are taking fx. Now we are taking the product of fx, and then we are calculating sigma f x, and then the formula is used. We are calculating the deviations x minus x bar, and we are taking x square, that is deviation square, and then we are calculating f into x square, frequency into deviation squares, that is second column into fifth column. Here 2 into 5 column. Oh, sorry, deviations are fourth column, 4 into 4 column. This is 2 into 5 column. Second column into fifth column. Please listen again. This is F, this is F capital X, F capital X. This is deviations from mean, that is x minus x bar. Here missed the bar. X minus x bar, that is mean. Which one? This one. And here small x, that is deviations. Deviation square, that is fourth column into fourth column. This is second column into fifth column. This one. Frequency into this one will give you this. So we got n is equal to 50, sigma fx is equal to 870, and sigma fx square is equal to 1962. So these three values are required for calculating the discrete series in direct method, that is deviations taken from actual mean. Now we will see the application of formula. We will substitute the values in the formula and then we will take the values. Now sigma fd is by n, that is 17.4 is the mean, and standard deviation is root of 39.24, that is 6.26. Standard deviation is 6.26 and variance is standard deviation square. Variance is standard deviation square, that is sigma fx2 by n, that is 39.24. You please understand, we are calculating standard deviation square, that is variance. Okay, right. Now we will see some note here. The method of taking deviations from actual mean is very rarely followed. Rarely means now and then. Unless it is necessary, it is asked in the problem, we will not take, because we have seen in the example 1 that the deviations are coming in decimal points and further calculation is coming in decimal points. So to avoid the decimal points, we will use assumed mean only. We are using assumed mean. That is second method of the calculation of discrete series, that is direct method. If actual mean is in fractions with decimal points, it will lead to a lot of calculations. So normally step deviation method is followed where it is possible to take a common factor. If common factor is not taken, we will not take common factor. First of all, we will see without taking common factor, that is deviations taken from actual mean, the assumed mean, and then we will see step deviation method. All the three methods we will be seeing. So after finding arithmetic mean, find out deviations of various values from arithmetic mean and square these deviations and multiply with respective frequencies and total them to get sigma fx square. This is relating to deviations taken from actual mean, that is direct method. Now we will see steps for calculation of standard deviation for assumed mean method. Now take the deviations of the items from an assumed mean and denote these deviations as d. So first of all, take the series in the first column. In the second column, we will take frequencies and then we will assume a mean, that is assumed mean A from the series. And then in the third column, we will calculate D, that is D is equal to x minus A, x minus assumed mean. X is the values given in the first column and A is the assumed mean. And in the fourth column, we will be calculating D square, that is squaring the deviations, that is third column into third column. And in the fifth column, we will take the product of FD, F into D. And in the sixth column, we will take F into D square, F into D square. So both of them we will calculate, and then we will apply the formula. So we will see the formula. The formula is sigma, that is standard deviation, is equal to under root sigma FD square by n minus sigma FD by n whole square. We will see the formula, and also we will understand the procedure for calculating the arithmetic mean. So this is the formula. The last one is the formula. Sigma FD square by n minus sigma FD by n whole square. Again, this is the formula where sigma FD square is the squares of deviations taken from assumed mean and multiply them with respective frequencies, and then add the column to get sigma FD square. And sigma FD is deviations from assumed mean and multiplying them with respective frequencies, and add all the values to get sigma FD. And n is the total number of items, that is frequencies, total frequencies, sigma f or n, total of second column. Now we will see a problem. A problem is given. X is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. And f values are 3, 10, 20, 30, 50, 15, 20, 10, and n is equal to 100. Now we will prepare a table, that is capital X. Next column is F. Next column is D by taking assumed mean. Next column is D square. Next column is FD. FD means second column into third column. The fifth column is, this one is second column into third column. And we will calculate sigma FD square by taking sixth column as FD square. That is second column into fourth column. You can write in the brackets here so that you will easily understand. That is second column into fourth column. Calculation of standard deviation, deviations taken from assumed mean, that is A is equal to 35. So we have assumed 35 as assumed mean here. So formula is standard deviation is equal to sigma FD square by n minus sigma FD by n whole square, where n is equal to 100. That we have already calculated in the previous slide in the table. N is equal to 100 and FD is sigma FD is 200 and sigma FD square is equal to 24,000. So that values we have taken here, and substituting the values in the formula, we will get sigma, that is standard deviation, is equal to under root 24,000 by 100 minus 200 by 100 whole square, that is 240 minus 2 whole square, that is 4. So 240 minus 4 is 236 under root. So the standard deviation is square root of 236, that is 15.3623. So this is the method of calculating standard deviation for assumed mean. We will see another example. Here, instead of giving frequencies, the cumulative frequency is given in the problem. Cumulative frequency. So we will first convert the cumulative frequency into normal frequency, and then we will calculate the arithmetic mean and standard deviation. So in the next slide, we will be seeing the solution. Here, calculation of standard deviation by deviations taken from assumed mean. First of all, we are converting the cumulative frequencies to normal frequencies, where x is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. And cumulative frequencies are 15, 30, 53, 75, 100, 110, 150, 125. Since you all well versed with the conversion of cumulative frequency to normal frequency, here I am not explaining that. You please refer back to the previous lessons if you have any doubt. Right, the frequencies are 15 minus 0, 30 minus 15, 53 minus 30, 75 minus 53, 100 minus 75, 110 minus 100, 115 minus 110, 125 minus 115. So the frequencies are 15, 15, 23, 22, 25, 10, 5, 10 respectively for the x values. The total value of n is 125. The n value is nothing but this. Sorry, this one. The cumulative frequency in the last row. Now, the calculation of standard deviation after calculating the cumulative frequencies to normal frequencies. So here assumed mean is taken, so actual mean we need not calculate. So in the first column we have taken x values, in the second column we have taken f column frequencies, and in the third column we are taking deviations, that is d is equal to x minus a. D is equal to x minus a. A is assumed as 35 and it is deducted from the x series, that is 5 minus 35, 15 minus 35, 25 minus 35, 35 minus 35, 45 minus 35, 55 minus 35, 65 minus 35 and 75 minus 35. So these are the values we got. Now we will take d square, that is minus 30 into minus 30, 900 plus 900. Please be careful with these signs, negative signs. Minus into minus is plus. So 900, 400, 100, 100, 400, 900, 1600 respectively. And FD minus 450, minus 300. FD means second column into third column. So please write here if you want. Second column into third column. FD is calculated, and FD, by deducting the negatives from the positive values, we got sigma FD is equal to 20. And here first column into fourth column, second column into fourth column, sorry. Frequency is second column and fourth column is d square. So we are taking the product of FD square and we are adding them. So we require three values, that is n is equal to 125, sigma FD is equal to 20 and sigma FD square is 48,800. So with these values we will calculate the standard deviation. So standard deviation formula is sigma is equal to, that is standard deviation is equal to sum of FD squares by n, because this sigma indicates sum, by n minus sigma FD by n whole square, that is n is equal to 125, sigma FD is 2, sigma FD is 20, sorry, sigma FD, sigma FD is 20. One second. 450 plus 300 is 750, 750 plus 230 is 980, minus 980, and this one 1000, 980, 20, 20 is correct. So here 20 should be taken, 20 should be taken, sigma FD, that means 20 by 125, 20 by 125, that is 0.16, 0.16 whole square. So 0.16 whole square, 0.16 whole square is 0.0256. 0.0256 is equal to root of 390.4. That is, we are deducting this 390.4 minus 0.256. That is 390.144. That is 390. Then the square root of this one is 19.75. 19.7520. This is the answer, right? Sorry, the calculation was wrong. Now I have corrected that. You can take this problem, right? Oh, sorry. Here 20 should be taken, right? Now calculation of standard deviation from discrete series, step deviation method. Steps are: take the deviations from an assumed mean, that is D. Everything what we have done in the second method we will take here, but only one thing is we will take common factor. Divide deviations by a common factor, that is C, and multiply deviations with respect to frequencies and obtain the total sigma df dx. And now square the deviations, that is dx square, and then multiplies these deviations with their frequencies and obtain total is sigma fd square, and then apply the formula. You please understand the steps carefully. First of all, we are taking deviations from assumed mean, that is in the third column. First column is X series, second column is F, and third column is deviations from assumed mean, that is X minus A. First column minus A. And then in the fourth column, we will divide the deviations by a common factor. In the third column, we have some common factor, That is, every number is divided by a common number. Every value in third column is divided by a common number. Normally 5 or 10 or so we will be taking depending on the series, and then we will get dx. So fourth column is dx, that is d minus c, d by c. That is third column divided by c. C is common factor that changes from problem to problem. And then in the next column we will take dx into f, that is f dx, f dx, small x. And then in the last column we will take f dx square. Right, this is the procedure for calculating the standard deviation table, and after preparing the table we will apply the formula. Now we will see one example for this. So this is the formula, sigma f dx square by n minus sigma f dx by n whole square into c. Now this is the example. Calculate the standard deviation and variance from the following data. So here the size of the item is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and frequencies are 3, 6, 9. This is 2.58, and the variance is 2.56. Right? We will see another example. The series is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. One second. Previous problem, I think some mistake is there. I'm sorry. So many mistakes are there in this lesson. This is correct. And the whole problem is wrong. Now, so okay. Now I will try to correct it. We will take some other things. Now this is second column into fourth column, dx square. Fourth column into fourth column. This is second column into fifth column. 3 into 4, 12, 6. 3 into 4, 12. 6 into 1, 6. 9, 13, 8. 8 into this one, 32, 45, and 64. This is correct. So now we'll take here n is equal to 48. Sigma f dx is 48. 172. 172. 172 divided by 48. 172 divided by 48 is 3.58. This is correct. This is 48 by 48, 1 square. 1 is correct. This is this is 3. And this is 3. This is 3 again. Three here. 3. 4.8 is the standard deviation, and variation square 4.8. This is the correct value. This is the correct problem. I'm sorry, this is mistake, but you please bear with me. You please note down the correct solution. Now, another example we'll take, that is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and frequencies are 3, 10, 20, 30, 15, 20, 12, 10, etc. Now the calculation table is like this. Now we have taken assumed mean as 35 and we have calculated this one. So the calculation of standard deviation is 15.36. Another example, salaries are X and number of professionals are F. Now the calculation of standard deviation table is this one. So we are calculating then we will take the solution. N is equal to 100, f dx is 15 and f dx square is 295, and now the calculation is standard deviation 8.55. 5 here we have taken, this is 5 we have taken, that 5 is common factor. Previous slide we have taken common factor as 5. This 5 is taken. Common factor I will explain you once again. Here we have 15, 10, 5, 5, 10, 15. Every number is divided by 5. So like that we have to see which number divides all these numbers, that we have to take as common factor. 15 can be divided by 5, 10 can be divided by 5, 5 can be divided by 5, 0 can be divided by 5, anything by 0 by anything is 0, 5 can be divided, 10 can be divided, 15 can be divided. So C is taken as 5. Like that we have to take C and then we will see. So this is the summary we have seen in individual observations. In discrete series, when we have taken assumed mean, the formula is sigma fd square by n minus sigma fd by n, whereas step deviation method, sigma fdx square by n minus sigma fdx square, fdx, sorry. This is fdx, please note down. This is fdx, sigma fdx by n, right? Some mistakes are there in this lesson. Please bear with me. I have already corrected as far as possible. In this slide here, instead of dx, we will take fdx. And then we have assignment problems. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 problems are there in assignment. So you please do the problems. In the next lesson, we will see some more concepts. Thank you very much.